Test, test, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, team? This is Ricky with Technical Solutions, and we are going to be live streaming the Fed meeting today. So Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. We're going to be broadcasting this live and how the overall market reacts. So make sure that if you not only want to watch the FOMC Fed minutes, but also see how the market reacts, that you subscribe to the channel. I hope that we earn your thumbs up in this video. Thank you guys again so much for staying so patient as we got this video started. But it looks like we should be good. So if you guys can see the live stream, please just let me know in the live chat. If you do not see the live stream, well, I'm going to need you to refresh it, and then everything else should be working. So the market has been pretty much been trading sideways. I actually just was speaking to our Learn Plan Profit group. It's been trading sideways for about, what is this, 45 to about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. We can see that we have a resistance right around $26 a share. We've been talking all about it all morning with our Learn Plan Profit group, and it looks like we're just waiting for Jerome Powell to begin to speak and to see how the overall market reacts. So I have my second screen up here. There it goes. Let me go ahead and move this over. All right. Making sure that we have TQQQ, SQQQ set up here. That's some of the top gainers, top losers. Looks like we're retesting that same resistance. There it goes. So we hit highs of 26.13 right at market open, about 2 or 3 minutes. It was actually caught in today's live. We haven't been able to retest that same level. We're stuck at this resistance right around $26 a share, which is, it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is, and it looks like, market's still bullish, right? So we can say anything we want. We can be praying for, we wish that the market was a little bit more on the bullish side, but let's be honest. The market is not in the red today, even after yesterday's performance of starting out 5% in the red, and then it ended 5% in the green. I think we talked about it in yesterday's video. That was a 12% movement from low to high on yesterday's play. I don't know how many of you guys traded that, but I know our Learn Plan Profit group definitely did, and we were waiting for that reversal. So again, if you guys can see the live and you guys would like us to continue to host these live streams, all I literally ask you to do, and I know every other YouTuber ask of you the same thing, if you can drop a thumbs up and consider subscribing, it really does help out the channel. And again, I would love to continue these free live streams when the Federal Reserve and or just Jerome Powell, President Biden speaks. I would love to be able to host these live streams. I just want to make sure that we have the same amount of people that keep showing up, and it looks like we are pretty good. What are we at right now? So we're right around 1,800. We have to let Instagram know that we are live. So if you're in the live chat and you want to come out on Instagram, just make sure you just say something funny. Tell them what they're missing out on. Ready? All right. In 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we go. All right, so FOMC Fed minutes, we are live right now, and everyone wants to tell you that you need to join the live stream. So click the link down below and join and see how the market begins to react. There it goes. Market's actually already dropping. Quick overall reversal. Let's go ahead and put one second. All right, market is pushing. Let me go ahead and go for a quick little entry real quick. All right, let's see if we can go in a little light right now. All right. Market definitely is reacting. I do not see the live. Okay. Here it goes. Market still is pulling back. So 2 p.m. Eastern time, there it goes. Looks like we're still borderline break even right here. Takes 15 minutes to digest, I agree. If only they could all provide us with some hyperlinks and make it easier for everyone. All right, here it goes. Nope. Oh yeah. All right. So July 6th, here it goes, was just released at 2 p.m. I got the PDF out. I'm gonna drag it on over just so we could all see it. It's downloading right now, give me one quick second. Definitely take some time for the market to react to it. Market's not reacting in a negative way by any means. And again, the whole idea behind the Fed minutes, for those that are a little bit newer to the stock market, the idea behind it is, again, just getting a better understanding on how the Federal Reserve came up with the decision of raising interest rates 0.75%, which was 3 times what the normal amount is. So all right. I'm still surprised that we're still retesting that same resistance level. All right, I'm going to provide you guys with the link so you guys can pull it up yourself. All right, you guys ready? All right, so in the live chat, I'm going to make sure that I pop it up for you guys. Update, please. Just so you guys, it should be a hyperlink for you guys. And again, this is straight from the Federal Reserve website. I just want to make sure I'm going to pin it just so you guys all have access to it. There it goes. Thank you for the link. Of course, no, I appreciate you guys tuning on in. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find that link. So just want to make sure that we can provide it for you. So again, the whole idea of the Fed minutes is kind of just summing up everything that is in their overall guidance for not just the previous from the June 14th to the June 15th Fed meeting, right, on when they raised interest rates, but also for, you know, what led to that decision of raising interest rates 0.75%. You guys can see it's a pretty lengthy document. As of right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's a total of 12 pages if you guys wanted to download it. There it goes. We are reacting in the green. In the green, not too shabby. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so retesting that same resistance level. Friendly reminder, one of the things that I love to remind our traders is, especially if you watch my YouTube channel, unlike other people, right? Just because I'm trading something, I will never encourage you to do the same. I always want to look out for the beginner trader. So one of the things that I want to make you guys aware of is there was a previous resistance level right around $26 a share. My job is to make you aware of oversold and overbought levels, never to tell you where to buy and where to sell. The reason behind that is if we get rejected once, twice, and we're approaching that same resistance range, it's not that we have to get rejected, but if you are someone that wants to play it a little bit more on the safer side, then at least you can become or be made aware of that resistance range, right? And I think that's what's most important. So let me go ahead and post this right now. Alrighty, and there it goes, getting rejected like clockwork. There you go. So we have 500 likes on the video. Again, I really do appreciate you guys taking time and actually dropping a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel, so I really do appreciate it. All right, there it goes, popping off, hitting 2% on the day for TQQQ. Market is reacting in a bullish way. Again, friendly reminder, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the market to sometimes digest and really choose a direction shortly after the Fed minutes. So as long as nothing is said in this Fed minutes report that insinuates something worse is about to happen, then again, if things are not getting worse in the stock market, it's supposedly getting better, right? And that's normally what tends to act as a positive catalyst. You can look back to 2020 during coronavirus. It wasn't that things got better right away around March or April, but things simply weren't getting worse, right? We peaked when it came down to overall infection rate, and there it goes, still indicating signs of an uptrend. So we are up a little bit over 10K on the day, and this is where I'm going to begin to reduce my position size. So I'm going to reduce 2,500 shares here. Again, just because I sell does not mean that you have to. I choose to play a little bit more on the safe side. That's on me. If you guys want to continue to hold, 100%. One of the jokes that we have, one of the jokes that we have within our Learn Plan Profit group is anytime that I sell, I tend to sell pretty early. I played a little bit more on the safer side, and because of that, sometimes I do miss out on a couple runs. But with that being said, again, I want to encourage you to do what you think is best for yourself. If you're day trading, then focus on the trading part. If you're investing, I have some investment positions that I have in Tesla, that I have in Amazon, that I have in Apple, that it doesn't matter how much the market goes up or down within the day, I will not sell those positions, as my intention is not to day trade them. So again, when you're just getting started in the stock market, you need to identify your intent with every position you choose to take. So nothing is getting better. Kiafio, I can't even pronounce your name. Nothing is getting better, correct. The thing that you don't understand, and I don't know why you're getting so upset with me, but the thing that people don't understand is that it's not about things getting better, right? In 2020, during March or April, things weren't getting better, but things simply weren't getting worse. And when things don't get worse, the market reacts in a positive way because things get factored in instantly into the stock market. And again, it takes time for you to make sense of this, of why the market reacts the way that it does. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to people that are just getting started. Again, getting upset at me on why the market is going up if things aren't getting worse, or just because things aren't getting better, doesn't make too much sense. So some nice selling pressure there and a nice little pullback. So can you brief me about TQQQ? Yeah, so again, this is personally, so if you guys wanted to play it safer, one of the things that I'd love to remind people is that I choose to trade TQQQ myself. But one of the things that you need to be made aware of is that TQQQ is triple leverage. So therefore, it moves 3% for every 1% that the NASDAQ moves. QQQ, so without the T, moves in direct proportion to the NASDAQ index. So if the NASDAQ index is up 0.5%, then so is QQQ. If you are an absolute beginner, if your focus is to learn, if your focus is not to enter risky trades, then I would consider QQQ to be a safer route, especially if you still like the NASDAQ market. So it's a NASDAQ ETF. One's a single leverage ETF. The other one is a triple leverage ETF. I think as long as you are made aware of the different options that you have, at least you have a better edge on how to approach the market, right? Especially as things are kind of like still shaky. I don't expect the market to recover anytime soon. The positions that I'm choosing to take right now are positions that I intend to hold for a long period of time. I'm not talking about my day trading shares for TQQQ. That's a little bit different. But again, if you're intending to buy and invest and hold, one of the things that we always talk about is position size and why that's so important, especially with these Fed minutes coming out and the market reacting in a positive way. I think it says a lot with that there are specific signs of that the market is showing. One of the signs that we're looking at is copper prices were beginning to pull on back, somewhat showing or reflecting signs that inflation is finally peaking, right, in different aspects. Interest rates are still set to rise, right? As that's the only way that the Federal Reserve can moderate inflation. But when asking the question, right, especially in the next up and coming week, the next CPI data for the month of June is going to be released in the month of July. And this is going to be a crucial CPI data report because we will have a better understanding if inflation has actually peaked month over month. So I'm excited to see how the market actually reacts. So there it goes. We almost have 1,000 likes. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day and actually dropping a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot. And I hope that you guys are actually enjoying this live stream. So I'm going to play it a little bit more on the safer side. So instead of buying 200 shares on this oversold level, I'm going to buy 100 shares, which is equivalent to about $2,500 of TQQQ. So I like buying at oversold levels, and one of the things that we were able to see is during normal trading hours, which again, patterns tend to repeat themselves, they don't always have to, but during normal trading hours for TQQQ, there was a general support range right around 25.20 to 25.30. And the great thing about this is by reducing our position size up here, just like we talked about, right, we're able to buy the dip down here, especially if your intention is to enter and exit. We have about 3 to almost 4% margins to work with. And again, that's in an ideal trade. That's with a perfect trade. I'm not a perfect trader, right? I make a lot of mistakes. So even out of that 3.75 to almost 4% margin, even if I capture 2% of that, leaving some margin of error, but still being realistic with myself. If this thing actually begins to indicate quicker signs of a recovery, then I can step on the gas a little bit quicker. But again, as of right now, it's still a little bit more on the bearish side, so please make sure that you are aware of that. Here it goes. Looks like we're actually beginning to show signs of a support. Let's go ahead and add another 250 shares. So another 250 shares. This is about $6,400 worth of TQQQ. Buying a little bit more. Here it goes. Let's add a little bit more, showing signs of a support just like the previous time. And again, if we gap up here, this is going to be about a 2% margin. So again, I don't know how many of you guys are just getting started in the stock market, but I would love to connect with you guys. Not only would I love, again, if you see value in it, I'll leave that up to you. If you see value in what you're watching right now, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I upload new videos every single day, and I would love to be one of the resources of your many resources that you utilize when trying to get started in the stock market. Also, if you ever have any questions, I hope that you know that I do have a free trading group chat. You don't have to join, but if you have questions about what platform I'm using, questions about how you can get connected, we have over 45,000 members. It's a free trading group chat, and it's the first link down below. If you don't see the link, refresh your screen right now or refresh your browser and you should be able to see it, and that's that first link down below. So dollar seems negative. The dollar going down, let's see. There it goes. Yeah, so what are some up and coming reports that are set to be released? Yeah, so we got the natural gas report. We actually haven't live streamed a natural gas report in quite some time. I don't really trade natural gas anymore. Where are all my UGAS and DGAS people? Any of you guys still here? Right? Do you guys remember those days? We have gold as well, right? So there's a trade balance report at 8:30. I'm looking at the release report schedule. So initial claims is at 8:30, so that's about 1 hour before the market opens. That's not too bad. Yep. Bear market, baby. So best time to buy gold. Yep. You guys, there it goes. I found Ricky when he was trading you guys. What's going on, Michael? What's up? What's up? No, I really do appreciate you guys hanging around and stuff like that. Especially, I mean, and this is the thing. It's you know, a lot of you guys. How many of there are you right now? One of the things that I want to remind you is we have over 5,000 of you, right? 5,000 of you guys watching me right now. One of the things that I first want to congratulate you on is you guys can be watching Netflix, right? The new Stranger Things just came out. There's a lot of different things that you guys can be doing right now that is not trying to either learn more about the stock market or be proactive in ways on how to make money. One of the first things that I want to remind you is you can always learn how to do this for free. Right? I have over 2,000 free videos. There's a lot of different resources out there. I want you to know that there's always a free outlet out there. The reason that I want to encourage you to do what's best for yourself is it does take time to learn how to do this. This is why we always try to encourage people to paper trade or simulation trade as they're just getting started. It allows you to focus a little bit better on learning how to trade or learning how to invest instead of forcing and trying to make money right now. Here are 2 reasons why. First off, we're still somewhat in a bear market, no question about it. It's so much more difficult and so much more challenging to make money in a bear market. So if the market is still selling off, you need to understand that it's just going to be more challenging for you. I don't think right now is necessarily the best time to trade. I think right now is the best time to prepare to invest. And you can ask, don't even take my word for it. Speak to any of your advisors, speak to any of your, long-term investors. It's every time. Think back, right? Think back to 2020 when COVID hit and the market tanked. And then the market recovered and then it made new all-time highs. Think back. Every previous recession is viewed as a missed opportunity when you look back at it. But when the market is pulling back now, everyone freaks out and thinks that it's too risky of a time to invest. And again, it's all perspective. It's all about what you're willing to tolerate. And I embrace that with open arms. Do not put yourself in a position that you cannot tolerate. Don't do it to prove yourself to other people. Don't do it to prove it to me, to people that don't even believe in you, right? Who cares about those people? Do what you think is best for your future self. Put yourself in a position to succeed. And I think now is the best time to prepare in doing so, when markets are very oversold and there's huge recovery potential. I mean, we're literally talking about companies like Amazon. Amazon offers, if I'm not mistaken, about 40 to 50% ROI. So if we look at Amazon right now and we look at where it's at right now, and if it were to make a full recovery to previous all-time highs, I mean, let me see a show of hands. Who thinks here Amazon is going out of business? I don't. Maybe you do, right? But with that being said, imagine being able to invest in one of the most valuable companies that's publicly traded, or really in the world, Amazon, right? And offers 65% ROI. Imagine that. Imagine living in a time where one of the most valuable companies offers that type of return and you don't even take time to prepare to be a part of it. Even in the smallest scale. I don't care how little, I don't care how much money you have. I'm not here to boost nor neglect your ego. I'm all about actions. And I think the actions that you take now in effort to prepare for when the market does recover, even if you decide to not invest, you will at least feel like you are a part of it when the market does, and how it played out, and that you knew, or at least were prepared for what to do during this time. I think that's what's most important. So here it goes, nice little pullback, pulling back into the red. TQQQ going from up almost 2% in the green, good thing we locked in profits there, to now pulling back a little bit. So strong balance sheet, no debt, billions and trillions in spare cash. So S&P 500 is dumping really hard. Yeah, it looks like the market is pulling back as of right now. So again, this is why we have to be able to tolerate and watch our position size. The trend is still negative for Amazon, 100%. Craig, if you listen to my words carefully, and I don't mean this in an insulting way, right? But I want you to pay attention carefully. I said now is the best time to prepare. I do not think now is the best time to invest. First off, I would be lying to you if I could say that I could predict the future. Let's not sugarcoat things. No one can predict the future. No one knows where the bottom is. My job is also not to be perfect. I will never be a perfect investor. You will never be a perfect investor. So why are we trying to be perfect at buying at the lowest price point? It just doesn't make sense. Is our goal not to invest when it makes sense? When the upside potential outweighs the downside risk? When the risk to reward ratios are in our favor? Is that not when it's the best time to at least prepare, to formulate a plan? If you refuse to take action after, then who cares? But at least you made time, so if the opportunity does present itself, you don't feel like you're a sitting duck watching an opportunity pass by. That's what I mean by taking time to prepare. I don't actually care if you choose to take action. My job is, I'm not here to ever tell you where to buy or where to sell. I will never do that. My job is to make you aware of what is present and what I think could be a great opportunity. And my only encouragement ever is to take time to prepare. So if I were to ask you, pick 1 or 2 stocks, keep it small. Create a watch list, 1 or 2 stocks that you would buy the dip on and that you would like to invest in and hold for 5 to 10 years. Think about it. And I think that it's just like, it's a very simple question and you have so many options to choose from. Now I'm encouraging you to only choose 2. I want you to be micro-focused. I don't want you to, I want you to avoid all of the noise. I want you to invest in what you think is best. You can have a safe one and you can have a riskier one. That's how I like to play it, right? I have Apple, Amazon, Tesla. Tesla's my riskier one. And then I have TQQQ. Amazon and Apple, 2 of my safe plays, is how I consider it. That's what I view it as. Tesla is my risky play. Let's be honest. Tesla, for its size of its market cap, trades like a lower cap stock sometimes. But I like Tesla and I see the potential in it. And because of that, I'm willing to take the risk, but in a smaller scale, right? I'll just be more careful with my position size. I probably won't invest as much into Tesla than I would with Amazon and Apple. Make sense? And again, all I ever literally want you to do is to do what's best for yourself. I don't care if you want to invest in the same stocks that I do. I literally do not care. If anything, it almost excites me more when you see value in something else that I don't trade. Is that not the goal? Is that not the goal, to work with other people and to share ideas that are of value? I don't want a bunch of yes people. I don't want to tell you, hey, I'm buying Apple. Yes, everyone, buy Apple. Ricky's buying Apple. Who cares? Who cares about what I'm doing? I am wired in a different way than maybe you are. I tolerate risk in a different way than maybe you. So why would I expect you to see the same value that I do? It just doesn't make sense, right? I want you to do what's best for yourself. Stop asking what stock should I trade and take time to understand what stocks are worth taking advantage of. That's the question you should be asking. What stocks, based off of how you see value and how you're wired, do you actually think are worth and quality investments? But guess what? That means it takes time for you to learn how to trade, learn how to invest, how to determine a valuable company. And that is correct. I am asking you to do some work. I'm not going to sugarcoat things like everyone else, right? And I'm here to assist you. Like I said, first link down below, it's our free trading group chat. We have over 45,000 members worldwide. You can either join it, it's free, and you can leave it at any time. It's just a group chat, and you can message me any question you might have. If you have a specific question that you want to ask me, that's probably the best way to reach out. And guess what? You can ask me a question. You can message me today. We can have a conversation, or you can just continue to push it back. I mean, can I get a show of hands? Because we've all done it, right? We've all done it let's be honest. I mean, the only reason that you guys are still watching this video is because the stock market is of interest to you, right? How many of you guys have been interested in the stock market, but how long have you been pushing it back? Even if you are already investing, how long did you know about the stock market until you finally began to try to learn more about it? I want to see a show of hands because I think, you're going to be surprised. I think people are not only going to say maybe a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, but I think it's going to be years. I think it takes time for people to understand that, enough time has finally passed by. Let me just focus on learning. It's free to learn, right? It's free to paper trade. You can paper trade, right? We got 4 years. We got 2 years. We have 2 years. Let's see, 2 years. It looks like 2 years is the average. 28 seconds. All right, 10 years plus, several years. 2 years, 1 year, 3 months, right? 30 years. We have people at all different stages in life, all different, some take action quicker. It doesn't matter, right? No one cares about how you are when you start. It's all about on how you finish, right? Even if this is what excites me the most. And this might just be me, right? I mean, I do this every single day. I trade live every single day with my Learn Plan Profit group. It's something that I really have a big passion for. Do I expect everyone to have that same passion? No, that would be, I think when people begin to realize like, yeah, it is challenging, it's not as exciting for other people. For me personally, it's one of the things that I enjoy most. I wake up every morning, I trade live with my group, and every day I'm presented with new challenges. Imagine doing the same job over and over again and never being challenged. I think this is why people sometimes hate their jobs, because they're never challenged as individuals. And guess what? I mean, you guys are all here for a reason. It's not because you're looking for the easy way out. At least I hope not, right? Nothing in life worth doing will ever come easy, and the stock market is no exception. Here it goes, dropping. So again, what I'm looking for here, like we said earlier, is during the market open intraday support is right around 25.25. So we will see if we actually begin to show signs of a support here. So I'm dying at home when whoever said 28 seconds. I know. I mean, do I believe that it really 28 seconds and you just took action? Maybe. You're way better than myself, right? I remember hearing about the stock market, and it was like a very abstract thing back then. It was something that, I never really knew anyone that either invested or traded. I knew people that had 401ks, right? If you had a traditional job that had a savings account, but I just bought another 500 shares, just letting you guys know. But other than that, it was a very abstract thing. But guess what? Now everyone has crypto wallets. Everyone opens up a trading account. What is the biggest mistake? Let me see a show of hands. What is the biggest mistake you think that happens when someone begins to learn how to trade or begins to learn how to invest? Let me just share this one with you. So while we're making a couple of bucks on TQQQ, let me just share this one with you. What do you guys think? FOMO, not cutting losses, controlling your emotions, panic selling, over leverage. Those are all great things to look for. And for people that are watching this for the first time, I mean, take some notes, because if anything, if you see something here that you constantly do, maybe that should be a red flag. Maybe I should work on this, right? We got FOMO, ego, the fail to sell, risk management, over trading, greed, Viagra overdose. I mean, I don't know where that one is from, but okay. FOMO, I can't say some of these. You guys are ruthless. Wow. There's some that I can't even say. I mean, you guys see it, right? You guys can see the live chat. If you guys can't see the live chat, feel free to refresh the screen. Entries and exits, moving stop, predicting, no plan, education, having a girlfriend. Forcing trades, indicators, depression, no plans, FOMO, quick money, hype, the fear of holding on. All right. You guys have listed a handful of them. You guys want to know what I think one of the biggest reasons people tend to fail right away? And I don't think it's just about the stock market. I think, here it goes. Big push. Retesting $26. Again, anything above $26 is considered overbought based off of today's resistance level. So please make sure that you're aware of that. I'm going to get ready to sell. Let's see how much we're up here. We're up 10K on the day. Let me go ahead and get this ready one more time. I'm going to do 3,000 shares. But I would have to say, in my experience, having 1 million subscribers on YouTube, having one of the largest free trading groups and trading communities, the biggest challenge that I see people as they approach and learning how to trade or learning how to do anything is they never give themselves a chance to actually learn. And just hear me out. Hear me out on this. Do you guys know what the failure rate of becoming a real estate agent is? It's about 87%. But how, right? How is something like real estate, how does it have such a high failure rate? Why do so many people that go to high school drop out or maybe not graduate? Why do so many people that go to a free community college never graduate? Why does it have such a large drop-off rate? You want to know why? Accessibility. When something becomes super accessible, People don't value it. Now, hear me out on this. I can become a real estate agent today. I can open up a trading account in 30 seconds, in about a minute if I get approved, right? All of this is super accessible. But go back to your first question and your first goal. Your goal was to learn how to trade. But how many of you, as you just got started, and I know I did, I'm no excuse to this. How many of you, as you just got started, began to obsess about making money and not actually learning? Imagine going to college to become an engineer and expecting to get paid the first day you attend class. Imagine that. It just wouldn't make sense. You are not conditioned. You are not informed enough. You are not aware enough of what to do, what to look for the good and the bad of things, right? You have not experienced enough to make those informed decisions. You simply did not give yourself a chance to succeed because you were obsessive about making money. And again, how can you start? There's a bunch of free ways on how you can start. You can begin to paper trade. You can join communities, right? You can watch other people on YouTube. I love to push you to watch other people, watch other traders, watch other investors. My goal is really just to encourage you to work with those that you actually value. So if you see my trading style and you're like, hey, Ricky, I like your ideas, but your trading style just doesn't work for me, then guess what? I think that's great, right? My goal is to push you in an avenue and with someone that you think that you resonate well with. And shouldn't that always be the goal? To work with people that you value and that you work well with. But you need to give yourself a chance. You need to practice. You need to build experience. And then with experience, you can build confidence. And with confidence and over time, consistently, you can begin to make money. $12,000 on the day. Not shabby, right? And again, this takes time. It takes time to build a general understanding of what to do and what not to do. Your treasure chest of best practices. Your treasure chest of criteria. How beautiful is that, right? And it's not always like this because we have our red days. I've had many red days. I've lost probably more in one day than most people could potentially make in a month, right? Why? Well, I trade with a lot of money. I scaled to this. Is that not the goal? The goal is not to start with a lot of money. The goal is to scale to a point where I can tolerate to trade with a lot of money, to invest with a lot of money. That's the beauty of scaling, just like scaling of business. You start small, you build a foundation, you build experience, and then you grow. You do it at a larger scale. Your wins are bigger, your losses are bigger. But it all comes with time. And again, a simple rhetorical question that I want to leave you with before we close out this is, are you giving yourself a chance to learn? To learn how to invest, to learn how to trade? I don't know what your passions are. Are you trying to learn how to trade crypto? Are you trying to learn how to drop ship, how to be an Amazon reseller, FBA, right? Are you trying to be an influencer? I don't know, right? We live in a crazy world. There is endless things you can try to be. But again, are you giving yourself a chance to learn how to be successful in those areas? Are you practicing without expecting any form of compensation? Are you trying to learn without expecting any form of compensation? I mean, we have members within our Learn Plan Profit group that, yeah, within the first week or 2 weeks, they could make money. I'm not really impressed by that, right? I'm happy for them, but I want them to understand what they're doing. I want them to do that consistently. And I want them on their red days to be able to control themselves just as well as they do on their green days, right? We have this saying of like, do not judge me on my green days, but on my red days, right? Because I feel like that's where you really begin to express, where the truth comes out of how you handle and carry yourself. It's one of the most common comments that I get probably by our Learn Plan Profit traders during my live trading sessions of, I could be down a couple $1,000s. They're like, Ricky, how are you so calm? You just lost $3K. And I agree. You know, I remember making $3K in a month. right? And I just lost it in a couple of minutes. How am I so okay with that? Experience and conditioning. I'm not scared, right? My job as a trader is not to avoid risk. It's just to manage it. And I understand, I've been immersed in this enough that I know that over time, red days are inevitable. They're going to happen. My job is not to avoid them. My job is simply to manage them. My job is not to be perfect. My job is just to get better the next time I go up at bat and I swing. Here it goes, beginning to pull on back. Let's get ready to buy the dip. So if you guys can actually see, so I made sure that I share the Fed minutes. It should be pinned in the live chat. Do you guys see it? Scared money don't make money. I like it. So did not expect this in today's live stream. I appreciate it. I did not expect it as well. I actually thought we were going to have Jerome Powell speak, but I took the microphone today and I ended up speaking myself. I hope that you guys don't mind me taking over and speaking for a little bit. So I'm going to set up. I hope that I can make it up for you guys. He is not speaking today. It's not a live from him. It was just that report. And I'm at least happy that I was able to share it with you guys, making it a little bit easier. And for those that stayed and joined us for a bit, I hope that you learned something new. I hope I was of value for you in even the smallest way. If there's ever anything that I can do, if I can have a conversation with you, if you think that I can connect you with someone that would be of value for you, as long as it's respectful, right? Send me a message. All my links are down below, right? The first link is our free Discord group. The third link is my Instagram. You can feel free to send me a message there. You can follow me there. I post about 10 to 15 stories every day. I would love to connect, right? But I can't connect with you if you don't take action. We have a lot of people that watch our videos. We have a lot of people that send us messages, and I would love to even just get to know you on a closer basis. So send me a short but sweet message, who you are, why you want to get started, and how you think that I can be of value for you. I want nothing but the best for you. So if I think that I can be of value for you, then great. And if I think that maybe someone else I know might be better for you, then great, right? I don't trade options. I don't trade crypto. I don't trade Forex. If you have specific questions about that, you can feel free to message me, and maybe I can connect you with someone that I trust in those fields. So all I focus on is I trade live every morning with my Learn Plan Profit group, right? I upload free videos on YouTube, and I trade privately with them every single morning. They're the only group that I work with on a closer basis. They're the group that I prioritize every single day. So if you want to learn a little bit more about it, again, you definitely don't have to. But if you want to learn a little bit more about what it's like to watch me trade live, if you like my breakdowns, if you like my thought process, if you think that working with me would be of value for you, then I would encourage you to refresh your screen. Second link down below, it's a $100 off coupon. So it gets you $100 off Learn Plan Profit 2.0. It's all inclusive. It's a one-time payment, and you get lifetime access. Daily live trading sessions, A to Z video lesson library. You get access to our HQ in Chandler, Arizona. Yes, it's a building, 15 offices, 7,000 square feet. It's all inclusive. And then the last thing is, of course, our private Learn Plan Profit group chat. And again, there's no monthly fees, there's no yearly fees, it's that one-time payment. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Again, that link is going to be that second link down below. I hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. I hope that you can consider subscribing if you feel like I earned it. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year